Soldier of Christ reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. It's been a little while since I posted. I apologize, but let's jump right into it. Today, I want to talk about how you can know that you're producing good fruit. So first off, Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 through 18 tells us that good trees produce good fruit and bad trees produce bad fruit. So that no good tree can produce bad fruit and no bad tree can produce good fruit. And this is very important to understand because when you see someone and their fruits and how they're producing it, it's important to make an analyzation or an inspection on what their fruits are, whether they be good or bad. It's very similar to the story about Jesus and the fig tree, how when he saw it from the distance, he saw the fig tree, but he wasn't sure if it had any fruit on it. So when he went up to approach it, he was able to see that that fig tree, it didn't bear any fruit. Take, for instance, a nickel and a quarter. For this demonstration, let's say that the nickel doesn't produce good fruit, it produces bad fruit, but the quarter, it produces good fruit. So something about nickels and quarters, at least for me, is I sometimes get them confused because unlike pennies or dimes, pennies aren't that like silver metallic color and dimes are really small, so I don't really get those confused as much as like quarters and nickels do. From a distance, quarters and nickels, at least to me, they look very, very similar. However, a quarter is worth 5 times as much as a nickel is. Upon further inspection, when you get closer, it's quite easier to see that a quarter is much bigger than a nickel, and overall, it tends to be shinier as well. So when it comes to looking at if a tree is good or not, it's important to see if the fruit is good or bad. I ended up going to a coin turning machine to show what I mean. So when I used a nickel in the coin turning machine to see if it would give me a bouncy ball, it actually didn't, and I ended up getting sort of scammed out. However, when I ended up using the quarter on the bouncy ball machine, I was able to end up getting the bouncy ball. So even though the nickel and the quarter look very similar, the quarter was actually able to produce good fruit, where the nickel really didn't get anything in return. So you might be asking, well, that's all fine and dandy, but how do I know if those fruits are good? And that's a good question because Ephesians chapter 5 verses 22 and 23 speak about the fruits of the Spirit. These fruits of the Spirit are things such as love and kindness, and it's easier to determine whether someone has good fruit if you're able to see them produce it. But even with that criterion, how will we know for sure? And well, this last verse will ensure that we exactly know who is producing good fruit and who is not. John chapter 15 verse 4 speaks about how without Jesus you cannot produce the good fruit, although all those who are in Jesus, that they are able to produce good fruit. When you are being led by Jesus, you are able to produce good fruit through Jesus, because on our own we are not able to produce good fruit. And that's how, as a Christian, you are able to produce good fruit and how you know you are doing so. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It's been a long time since I posted. I apologize about that. I hope to post again very soon. I might not, but I very well hope so. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new and you might like similar content like this, please subscribe, and I hopefully will have some more content coming out soon. Thank you so much once again, and until next time, Soldier of Christ.